Alright, so here's what's going on. This is the Witherstorm, which has rapidly gained a reputation as being one of Minecraft's strongest bosses, being so powerful in fact, that the goal isn't even to kill it, but instead, merely survive. But nobody can explain this better than the YouTuber Floyd, as he's been attempting to kill it in hardcore mode, but after half a year of attempts, he still somehow hasn't beaten it. So, he got his fans on a server to attempt to kill the unkillable boss, thinking to himself that nobody could take down the beast. Now, I'm sure you've all heard the quote, "A picture is worth 1,000 words," but after showing Floyd this picture, he managed to tell us what he thought in only about 6 minutes. Long story short, he wasn't happy. His main cope was the fact that not only did we not do it solo, but you could also revive people when they died, meaning it wasn't really hardcore. Now, on one hand, he was right. We were under less difficult circumstances than he had. But on the other hand, he is discrediting our work because of the group that he invited with a mod pack that he had us use. Unfortunately for Floyd, he didn't listen to the shirt that my grandma gave me for Christmas. Underestimate me. That'll be fun. So from then on, I had one mission. Defeat the Witherstorm before Floyd could. All by myself without dying a single time. Purely to spite him. So, over the course of only 2 days, I went from dying immediately to absolutely destroying the Witherstorm, finding several exploits along the way that turned Minecraft's deadliest boss into an absolute joke. This is the journey to beat the Witherstorm in hardcore, and it all started on Attempt 1. Day 1, Attempt 1. This is, without a doubt, the shortest run, like I died from the storm literally off rip. But it's important, because it's when I realized I had next to no experience with the entire run. My only experience with the Witherstorm is the run I did last video, and that was with 50 other people, so it's not comparable. So if I didn't want to spend the next 6 months doing my best Floyd impression, I'd have to start coming up with plans in the form of phases, a step-by-step guide that I could follow every run for maximum success. And the first step was the early game, so take notes, Floyd. What I would do is get exactly enough wood for a boat, grab a book for an enchanting table, and then leave immediately to not be killed off the bat. From there, I'd get a little food, around 40 iron, and hopefully some diamonds. Along with that, I'd get dandelions and gunpowder, as they would be important later. This was actually pretty smooth. Looks like all those games of Shadow are actually coming in handy. But now, it was time for Phase 2, the part where most of my runs would end, and that was the Nether. Through my 12 years of playing Minecraft, most of my Nether entries came once I already had some pretty good gear, because why would I ever need to enter it earlier? But, with the Witherstorm forcing an early Nether entry, suddenly I have to worry about the insane damage of piglin brutes, and the incredibly punishing fortress mobs, which eventually I found ways of countering, but would be difficult to manage at the start. Through all my runs, almost half of them would die in the Nether, so this was the plan. Take notes, Floyd. Phase 2 covered the early to mid stage of the Nether. I would get some basic enchants, carefully raid a bastion using a lava bucket, then trade the gold to some piglins. After that, I'd raid another fortress with the help of the fire res from the piglin bartering. Things would be a little bit more difficult if I found the fortress first, but I just resort to carefully checking my corners and improvising a blaze farm to keep myself safe, as I did not have the spare food to heal up all the damage I would take otherwise. If I didn't get enough pearls, I'd kill a few endermen for my 14 Eyes of Ender. And that concludes Phase 2. Although 60% of my runs would die before Phase 3, my second attempt ever would actually make it, so let me show it as I explain what the plan was. By the end of Phase 2, I had a decent enough amount of food, but nowhere near what I'd need if I wanted to reach Phase 4, the end-busting phase. And there was only one place in the Nether that I knew had an abundance of food, the Nether roof. It's commonly understood that the only way to do so is by wasting an ender pearl. However, you can actually get up with just a trapdoor and relogging. Now, the Nether roof served two purposes. The first one was food. Mushrooms are somewhat common in the Nether, but due to the flat surface of the Nether roof, they are much easier to find at the very top. By combining that with the dandelions from earlier, we can craft a cheap but powerful food source that should be able to last us a while without having to spend time in the overworld, time that the Witherstorm could use to find us. The second purpose was just getting distance from the storm. From the overworld, we'd have to travel immediately to the stronghold. But if we did that from world spawn, we'd have to deal with the Witherstorm the entire way, and likely die in the process. But as most know, 1 block in the Nether is 8 blocks in the overworld, and by traveling only 1,000 blocks out in the Nether, we would be able to completely avoid the storm. It would be close, but better than any other option. On the way to the stronghold, I would kill any creepers I found for gunpowder, and once I made it, I would loot the libraries for paper. At this point, there was only one thing to do: slay the dragon, which was the turning point in the run. I entered poor and weak, only having a bow and some shoddy armor to my name. If I died, I would have to completely restart. But if I won, I would have access to some of Minecraft's strongest gear. Unfortunately for attempt number 2, I died to the dragon. Attempt 3 had me doing another really good Floyd impression, but attempt 4 was special. Phase 1 was easier than ever. There were plenty of builds for easy iron, a large cave for diamonds and obsidian, and even a looting 3 sword for gunpowder and ender pearls. Phase 2 had an easy bastion clear, and I hardly had to stay in the fortress at all with my looting sword. And Phase 3 got me almost half a stack of gunpowder, very powerful books from the library, an easy end entrance, all while the Witherstorm was struggling to keep up. Armed with my crossbow and plenty of arrows, the dragon was taken down with no difficulty, and I was finally able to enter Phase 4. Phase 4 was the most straightforward phase of any. With all the gear I'd gotten to this point, all that was required was finding an end city with an elytra, and then using the elytra to go around getting Prot 4 armor, ender chests, emeralds, and a sharp 5 looting 3 sword. And by crafting all the gunpowder I had into rockets, this phase was a breeze. Despite taking an hour and a half to loot every city I needed, it was by far the easiest part of the run. Which brought us to the 5th and final phase, which was simply gearing up for the fights ahead of us. The first stop was a village. Using the emeralds I get from the end city, I could afford many an unbreaking for my elytra, getting plenty of gunpowder on the way with my new sword. After this, I looted several more villages, trading hay bales for emeralds and then emeralds for apples, which I would craft into golden apples by looting bastions. I would also prepare the ingredients to craft enough golden apple stew to last me a lifetime. For those who didn't watch my last video or don't know much about the Witherstorm mod, being around the Witherstorm long enough gives you an effect known as wither sickness. It slowly depletes your max life and cannot be washed away with a milk bucket like any other negative effect. The only cure is golden apple stew, which can be hard to craft in the early game. This is why it was so important for me to avoid the Witherstorm like the plague during phases 1 through 5. If I got it early, the run would be much harder. Now with every resource I'd need, it was finally time to fight the storm. The first phase of the storm fight was pretty simple. All I would have to do is fight the withered symbiote, a mini-boss that would launch several attacks between vulnerability phases that would get more and more deadly as its health got lower. You were supposed to kill the symbiote in 4, maybe even 5 vulnerability phases, meaning the fight would last an appropriate length and would be reasonably difficult. But I found that by drinking a strength potion and having a sharp 5 sword, you could actually phase skip the symbiote, killing it in only 2 vulnerability phases, completely skipping the hardest parts of the fight. Take notes, Floyd. So now, it was time to complete the phase skip and kill the symbiote. Reball. And here it is. It's the Witherstorm. Oh, here it is, the symbiote. Oh, it spawned immediately. Okay. Drink strength some regen. Oh, this attack first. Lovely. We want this attack first because it means we're going to be able to get the withered flesh. Oh, we did so much damage to that in one thing. Oh my goodness. Oh, shoot. That's gonna be his creeper attack or something. Oh my god. That did so much damage. No, and that's his levitation. You don't want to see that. Okay, take care of that, take care of that. Okay, it's weak again, it's weak again. We go. Creeper, no. Creeper, no. What's the powerful explosion? See about the golden apple, just to be safe. That was it. Let's go. Where are you? There you are. There you are. Boom, and we're out of here. Upon death, the symbiote dropped a command block book, which could be combined with my sword to create a weapon powerful enough to defeat the storm. I took a quick detour for some totems of undying, cured a wave of wither sickness, and got ready to take down the final symbiote. In order to beat the storm, we would need a Formidabomb, an item so powerful that it could explode the storm right out of the air. The Formidabomb required another command block book, meaning it was time to kill our final symbiote of the run. Phase skip 1, complete. Ooh, that's a creeper. I'm good, actually. No! Aw, that stupid creature. Oh, shoot. No. Would have been able to kill it. Phase skip 2 was interrupted, making the symbiote stronger than ever. Ooh, that's a little scary, actually. Oh shit! Oh my goodness. No! Are you kidding me? Ah. That's messed up. There's no way. I had died. If I had killed the symbiote, I could have easily finished the entire mod on only attempt 4. But with one small mistake, the entire run was over. I did a few more attempts on day 1. Run 5 got to phase 4 before dying to the void, but run 6 and 7 both died during phase 2. So, I decided to go to bed. That was enough attempts for the day. And although I was demotivated, I also got to the final phase on only day 1, so I was hopeful for tomorrow. Day 2, attempt 8. After waking up on day 2 of trying to defeat the Witherstorm in hardcore, I immediately started doing attempts. Days 2 started like day 1, by dying off the bat. I hope this clip makes it so clear how difficult the boss can be, because in spite of me spending the entire time running, the storm still immediately finds me, catches up with me, and then kills me. So, we move to attempt 9, which I actually threw attempt 9 so hard, it's kind of sad actually. But attempt 10 was different. Not only did I get further than any other attempt, but I also managed to get the worst possible luck at so many moments. Meaning that now, more than ever, was when I would have to pull out every trick I could think of. So Floyd, take some notes here. Phase 1 was pretty standard, with me boating away, getting some decent food, and finding a solid cave. Upon entering the Nether in Phase 2, I spawned in a warp forest, meaning I could just take the time and kill some endermen. Soon after, I made my way to the fortress, killed some blazes, and made it out fairly easily. I even found a bastion, with a chest having enough arrows to let me save my gold for golden apples later on. At this point, you might think I've had some pretty good luck, which I have. However, that would change in Phase 3. After making my way to the Nether roof and portaling a few thousand blocks away, I started searching for the stronghold, which would take so long that the storm finally caught up to me.
Well, yeah, but you also wanted them to fight.
Yeah, but once I get into go end busting, I get looting, and then it's, oh yeah, that's the Witherstorm. Oh, I have to go directly towards it. That's crazy.
No.
No. I'm better though.
Okay. Wait, I'm actually scared. Are you sure you don't want to?
No,
just
I'm better.
Skip out through the.
No.
You can just.
I'm better.
Shortcut through the Nether like a normal speedrunner.
No. I'm better. There it is, the Witherstorm. Going through.
Are you sure?
I'll be alright. I'm better.
Okay.
This guy ain't anything. Pipsqueak. Short stuff. Okay. Give me my boat. No. Let me down. You rodent. Alright. Where's my boat?
Oh, it seems like it constantly tears the terrain everywhere it goes.
Oh yeah. That's how it gets bigger.
Oh! I know no Witherstorm lore.
No. No. Okay.
The dramatic music and then it just stops.
High vendor check. Oh, it went backwards. Are you kidding me? That's actually so
Bro
evil.
is literally guarding.
Oh my god, can you go away? And I have to MLG too. Can I hit you already? Oh my pearl. Oh, okay. My boat broke really at the perfect time. It's gotta be scripted. Oh. Fuck off! This guy annoys me so much. He's making me waste all of my ender pearls.
Yeah, this is a very horrible place for it to be.
It really is.
I would have much preferred the portal shortcut.
I don't know how to do all that. It churns! That's so messed up. Okay. Transporter. Alright, down here. Okay. That's actually so messed up of the Wither Storm to do that. Smite, sharpness, that's actually not very good. I'm not getting any more gunpowder. Isn't that fun? Okay. Crosswalker, multi-shot. Why are all these books so horrible? I just don't need any of this.
That's terrifying. Wait, why can you see the...
Just going through the box. Oh, I don't have enough.
This was predestined.
Short. Alright.
Okay.
Well, let's
That's
mark
fine.
the chords. 3593, 3877. I'm going back in. The Witherstorm had me waste too many of my pearls, requiring another Nether entry. And while killing some Endermen, my computer actually ran out of storage, and I didn't notice until later. So, I'm gonna go over what happened in the lost footage. Floyd, maybe don't take notes on that one. After killing the dragon, I had a sudden realization that I only had around 6 fiber rockets to my name, meaning I would have to use them sparingly while searching for end city loot. To do this, I would use the 40-40 method. I forget who discovered this, as it was found many years ago at this point, but the idea is that by angling your camera with the F3 screen open, you can alternate between looking at angle 40 and negative 40, which gives as much flight time as possible for as little rocket use. In spite of my lack of rockets, I could still spend some decent time in the end. That was until I got wither sickness. Due to my confrontation with the wither storm early on, I had gotten wither sickness far before I had the resources to actually cure it. So, the longer I raided end cities, the further my permanent health dropped. So not only was I looting slower due to my lack of rockets, but I also had less time to loot end cities. It was a lose-lose situation. So, after getting only decent gear, I exited the end at only 5 permanent hearts. But after going to the overworld, I realized something. My wither sickness was gone. How could that happen? At the time, Ken was still on call with me, and Ken, knowing just about every Minecraft mechanic to ever exist, knew that exiting the portal actually cleared all of your effects. Now, I don't know about y'all, but I had no clue that this was a thing. But that's the nice part about obscure Minecraft mechanics, because if I didn't know that the end portal could clear all effects, neither did the mod developer. So even when common effect clears like milk and totems can't clear wither sickness, the end portal could. And it was actually better than golden apple stew, even when you did have the resources. Yeah, the stew was portable, which was its one benefit. However, the end portal was cheaper, and the effects worked instantly. This trick I discovered is actually a run saver if you get bad luck with the stronghold placement. So Floyd, take some notes. Anyway, by the time I had finally noticed my recording stopped, I was gearing up to take down the first symbiote, getting golden apples, mending books, potions for the phase skip, and using my newfound end portal trick to clear a wave of wither sickness. It was time to fight the symbiote again, and I wasn't dying like last time. Oh, here it is. Alright, where is this thing? We're pre-gapping, we're drinking strength, we're drinking regen. Where is it at? Get over here, symbiote. One of those attacks. There it is, on top of that tree. Can't kill everything, it's being knocked so far away. Okay, we get good damage there. Alright, now's the time. Let me hit it. Only half health, really? Oh, that's crazy. Guess we're swimming now. Oh, it's in its defending stage. Hit it. Oh, there's no way. One more hit. Don't stomp on me. Nope, cut it out. Cut that out. Nope, stop it. No. I'm not doing this. Stop. Cut it out. Oh my gosh. Can you stop? It just keeps doing this attack. Please. Alright. Drink my regen. Yes! Okay. And boom, that's it. There we go. And there's my book. Easy. Alright, and I'm out of here. Thankfully, I managed to kill the symbiote, and was able to craft the sword. I still had a ton of resources, so I was immediately ready for the next symbiote fight. So, I waited under this rock for a while, and nothing happened. So I waited longer, and nothing happened. So then I got bored waiting for it to spawn, and I started thinking, whenever I see the storm, it's always looking out with its tractor beams, sometimes out and down, but never straight down. So what would happen if I stood right under it? Well, what happened was nothing. The storm genuinely just hovered above me, not even making an attempt to attack me. It was a little bit hilarious. And as I stood under it, still waiting for another symbiote, mind you, I watched as it sucked up skeletons, only for skeletons to shoot the storm's head, causing the tractor beams to shut off by itself. You're telling me that this is the weather storm that killed Floyd over and over again for half a year? I'm like, okay, I can understand if you struggle a bit when learning the mechanics. Y'all can see that I did. But I mean, come on. The storm is struggling against a couple of skeletons. Anyway, after waiting long enough, I decided to go do something else. That something else would be a quick raid for some totems. By the time I got back, the storm was now finally ready to spawn a symbiote. I made sure to keep the pearls on hand with the extra totem in my hotbar, but neither would be needed as I pulled off the phase skip twice. With the command block book in hand, I crafted the Formidabomb. Alright, so what I'm gonna do, I'm gonna fly up here and say, hey Pipsqueak, you're done for. Uninstall. Log off. And then I'm just gonna watch from the Woodland Mansion. And now we just wait. Oh! There it goes. Oh. Oh my goodness. There it is. Anyway, wanna see something cool? And it's back. Why? Okay. Invisible wall. Shout out the game. And it's back. And there's 3 now. With the Witherstorm's exterior damaged, I was able to enter it and make my way to the final fight. This attempt was the furthest I had ever gone in a solo run, but would I win here, or would I die and have to start all over again? It took Floyd 6 months, and if I won here, it would have only taken me 2 days. It was time to finish things, and so for the final time in this video, say it with me y'all, take notes Floyd. Okay. And here we start. Pretty empty room, actually. Could be worse. Alright, nothing too terrible to start. Just a couple mobs. Nothing can go in there. Kill you. Okay. Eat a golden apple. Whew. It's raising more. Yep, now the pinnacles are here. Oh, there's a symbiote. Wait, we can just knock these in here. Wait, it's broken. Ah, it's still beat. Oh. What? Why am I in the wall? Don't put me in the wall. Why am I floating? Don't make me float. You cut that out. Why is it dragging me? Why am I floating still? That's just not... Oh, okay. And you're done, buddy. Oh, I two-tapped that guy. There's no way. That's crazy. No, that's actually absurd. How did I two-tap that guy? Wait, yes. Levitate me. No, levitate, whatever. Okay. This is the final phase before things get tricky. So, we're gonna eat a golden apple. Enchanted golden apple. Okay. And we go. Take out everything fast. No. Yeah, I'm just gonna... Oh, stop. No, stop. I'm shooting you down. What is this? Dude, I've shot you so many times. What is this bullshit? Okay. Oh my god. There's so many things here. There's so many things. There's an iron golem. Are you kidding me? You kidding me? Alright. Now we lock in here. Quick. Build up 3 blocks. It's the only way. Alright. Do I have to shoot you down or something? And you're done, buddy. How many times do I have to shoot you? What? Why? No. How many times do I have to shoot you? No. I've shot you like 10 times already. What is this? Ah, this is fucked up. Jesus. There's so many more animals. Ah. Cut it out. There's no need for this. No. Oh, I can hit it. Okay. Have the other god apple. Have the other totem just ready just in case. We have one more ender pearl. Oh no! Messed up. But it flung me. 4, 3, 2. Do we have any more blocks? I have spruce logs. No. Oh my god. What's knocking me back here? This annoys me. What is... Okay. You need to die. No, you need to go. Okay, I'm out of ender pearls. Ooh. What is this? What keeps knocking me around? This does not need to happen. Into the void. We have to shoot these guys? No? They can't be shot apparently. Okay. Let's make a run for it. Let's go! We did it! Let's go! Oh, it's done for. Easy! Easy! Not even close. Light work. And there we go. There's the Wither Storm. Falling to its knees. GG's. Good game, Floyd. This took you half a year. This took me 2 days. You're done. Uninstall. I'm better. GG's. Wither Nether Star. Without dying a single time. Statistics. Time since last death. Boom. That. Deaths. Wait, hold on. Let me not suddenly die to fall damage. That'll be really embarrassing, actually. Let's perch on the dead body of the Wither Storm. Statistics. Okay, so it speaks for itself. Time played. Time since last death. Mobs. Yeah, I haven't been killed by anything. You've never been killed. 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 Never killed. Sickened Iron Golem. That's what it's called. Okay. But yeah. GG's. It's over. And after beating the Wither Storm, there's only one thing to do. Alright, so Floyd. I have
calling me to tell me I'm...
I have a little surprise for you.
No. Let me see this.
I may or may not have...
What is this? Looks like an anarchy server.
I may or may not have defeated the Wither Storm in like 2 days. It took me like 2 days of attempts.
It's not that bad, honestly.
GG's, didn't it? Have you beaten it yet?
No. I haven't started yet.
I didn't even pop a totem.
Editing the other video, the 100 players. You didn't even pop a totem?
I didn't even pop a totem.
Nah, you might just be the GOAT, bro. I'll just take my L. Are you gonna make a video out of this?
Most definitely.
There's no way, bro. I hope this is like a big prank and you're gonna be like, Floyd, look, there's cameras, bro.
Floyd, I'm so confused as to how it took you so long.
I think I just suck.
You've been doing it since August. Dude, it took me 2 days. Do you have anything to say for the people at home watching this?
You know, it's not about if you make the shots. It's about if you tried to shoot the shots. And
yeah, well, it's always better if you make the shots. So GG's.
Bro, I can't believe this.